different location, same weather, just a lot colder. It's currently 5 degrees on the dash.
One of the questions I guess I most get asked about my trips is, don't you get lonely? And the truth is, yeah, I do. I really do. In fact, the minute I leave my family, I miss them in this pathetic puppy dog kind of way that, well, I certainly don't think Indiana Jones would think is very cool. But then the second thing I try to explain is I really love the loneliness as well. In fact, I crave it, I guess. My job is a never-ending kind of tide of chat, meetings and phone calls and presentations, and I love that too in many ways. It makes me feel useful, and I get to see people do really amazing and interesting things. I get to do those things too sometimes, but it's also really overwhelming sometimes. Put the lines out. Quite a pretty little sunrise. Fingers crossed. Very cold, fingers crossed. It feels like if you went back a few decades, there were a lot more opportunities to recharge from a hectic job. For example, in those days, unless you took a newspaper into the loo with you, going to the toilet was a relatively quiet and reflective moment, right? But not these days. Folks are in there, they're Facebooking and Instagramming, cyberbullying each other and conducting meetings sometimes. No shit, I've heard them. Pardon the pun. I personally just really need quiet to recharge. It freaks people out, but on a 6-hour drive to a camping spot, I almost never even have the radio on. Sound just distracts me, and I hate loud noises, so I don't know. In silence, it feels like my mind is shuffling and reshuffling cards in there, getting them all into some kind of, some kind of order that I don't really understand. But I can feel it when there's some kind of order in there. That's the real treasure I'm always hunting for in wild places, I guess. A beautiful distraction while my mind gets its shit together. Sometimes it only takes a day, sometimes a lot longer than that. I guess I'll know it's time to give it away when the cars don't seem to make sense no matter how much quiet time they get, but so far so good. Moments like these just remind me of one of my favourite philosophers, truly great man, Darryl Kerrigan, who said, "How's the serenity, eh?" the old mate. Anyway, this was a trip that started with a storm, refused to do what it was told, and sent me from the coast to the mountains on a nearly 1400k round trip. I'm pretty homesick now and really looking forward to seeing my girls. Those crazy cards in my head seem to be in neat little piles. Well, neatish. So I'm coming home with treasure.